Welcome everybody to another episode of Lockdown 23 in 1. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I got another grip of lockup and crime related stories coming your way. That's right, so if this is what you're into, all things lockup and crime related, then this is where you want to be. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave, and check out my playlist with many more videos for you to start watching today. Alright, so first up, we're traveling down to Oklahoma to speak about a violent situation with two inmates losing their life inside of Lawton Correctional Facility. And this place is definitely not a stranger to violence.
Right now, two inmates in the Lawton Correctional Facility found dead and two others rushed to the hospital.
A man serving 14 life sentences in Lawton confesses to killing his cellmate.
3 staff members at the Lawton Correctional Facility are undergoing treatment after an assault there by an inmate.
Well, the Oklahoma Department of Corrections is investigating after an inmate was stabbed to death on Friday night. Corrections officers at the Lawton facility.
Now, like I said in the beginning, another violent situation took place in this prison just the other day. 2 inmates are dead and several others are injured after a group disturbance at a privately run prison in southern Oklahoma. The incident took place at Lawton Correctional and Rehabilitation Facility on Friday and is being investigated by the Oklahoma Department of Corrections. According to a statement from Kay Thompson, the department's chief of public relations, Thompson said in an email on Saturday that the incident took place after an operational error allowed the disturbance to happen. What could this operational error be? As a result, the facility is on lockdown and all visitations are canceled through the weekend. Thompson did not name the 2 inmates had died. In addition to the 2 deaths, 2 inmates were severely injured. One was taken to the hospital by med flight and the other by vehicle. Many others were treated at the facility with minor injuries, but the exact number is unknown, according to Thompson. When asked what operational error referred to, Thompson said it's still under investigation as to the cause. We will release the information once the investigation is closed. But Emily Barnes, the founder of Hooked on Justice, said that the incident involved 2 gangs who were supposed to have been kept separate. One of the gangs, she said, was let into the yard which started the fight. So that's about all the details that we really got on the situation. Gang fight inside of Lawton Correctional Facility in Oklahoma. But in my head, I'm trying to figure out how this operational error happened. You got the COs that work within the pods, and then you got master control. They do yard movements all the time, and for certain prisons that got different gangs that are enemies, naturally, they're going to let them go out in the yard at different times. So maybe someone just got the times messed up. Just imagine the staff members, man. If it was really an accident, and as soon as they popped that gate, they realized what they did. God, that CO was probably like, oh. That's just a picture I'm painting in my head. I don't know if that's how it went down. But Master Control, what were they doing? They're supposed to be watching everything go down to make sure it's going as planned. So if I were to guess, some staff members are going to be fired and a lawsuit's going to be coming their way. I mean, 2 inmates lost their life behind something that the staff did. But I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this story. As soon as an update comes out, I'll bring it your way. Now, the next story I believe all of us can kind of relate to. I know you've been driving down the street and seen a yard sale, or perhaps a garage sale. But what about a prison sale? That's right, traveling all the way down to Pennsylvania. It says, from tools to steel bars. There's an online auction going on right now featuring items from the former state prison in Greensburg. There are more than 600 items available in this auction. And some of the items with most bids so far include a vinyl shed and a machinery sign. The highest bids for these items currently are less than $20. Perhaps you're doing a bathroom renovation and you're tight on space. If that's the case and you're interested, a stainless steel sink toilet combinations are an option. Whoever wrote this article, man, they deserve a raise. Right now, they're cheap with the starting bid at just $5. Man, I need to go jump on a few of these commodes. Might just install it down here in the basement, as well as a couple cells. Oh man, imagine if I went to sell it and left the cells and the toilet in there. Honestly, the way people are nowadays, man, it'd probably sell faster. Kind of like a built-in jacuzzi or something. But the online auction will run through May 21st, and if you do purchase any items, they must be picked up in person. Hopefully this helps someone in need of a toilet sink combination. Next up, we got a sick one here. Traveling down to Tampa, Florida. A 25-year-old woman who was caught on camera beating her boyfriend's dog with a mallet has finally been sentenced. Elizabeth James was charged with 4 counts of aggravated cruelty to animals with a weapon and 6 counts of aggravated cruelty to animals, torture, or torment.
Maya's not here, and she's a dog, so my words don't mean anything. But I do want to say that I'm sorry.
She was sentenced to 5 years and 10 months in a Florida state prison. Hopefully she gets an animal-loving cellie. But it says in August 22, she moved into a Tampa home with her boyfriend, his mother, and their husky Maya. When the mother noticed unexplained cuts on Maya's head and the dog struggling to walk, her veterinarian told the family to set up hidden cameras. 2 days later, Elizabeth was seen on video hitting Maya 38 times with a rubber mallet, beating and kicking her additional 26 times.
I saw Maya, the dog, lying on the floor. She had a laceration on her head, and I could tell like she had unequal pupils, and she was whimpering. She appeared to be in a lot of pain. 5 years and 10 months is nowhere near what she deserves. And you know, I kind of got a story to go along with this. I wasn't at the house when this took place, but a buddy of mine was there, and he said that he ended up beating someone up, which happened to be very badly. But anyways, I'm not going to go into detail other than it was behind the guy secretly hurting a dog. It was the guy's girlfriend's dog, but they were friends, so he was there all the time. And the dog would yelp on a regular basis whenever he was around that guy, but they could never figure out why. They thought it was because he was petting his ears hard or something, maybe. I don't know. They could never figure it out. One day, he's seen him pinch the dog, and it yelped. And he realized that's what he's been doing. He's been abusing the dog by pinching it without nobody seeing him. Like I said, that dude got beat all the way down a flight of stairs, let's put it like that. You know, for someone to do stuff like that, I mean, they're mentally messed up. Either way, she's going to prison, and like I said, hopefully she finds an animal-loving cellie. Next up, I got another shocking crime story coming from Colorado. It says a Colorado teen has pled guilty for his role in a deadly rock-throwing spree with his pals that killed a 20-year-old woman in Denver. Zachary Quack, 19, was one of 3 teens who threw landscaping rocks at several cars in April 2023, with one rock smashing through the windshield window of a car being driven by Alexa Bartel. Quack pled guilty on Friday to 1 count of first-degree assault, 1 count of second-degree assault, and an added count of criminal attempt to commit assault. He was previously charged with murder but pled guilty as part of a plea deal and will serve no less than 20 years but no more than 32 years. He will be sentenced on September 3rd. No less than 20 years. The worst decision of his life was to pick up that rock. Can't believe it, man. Not to mention the girl, that young of an age, losing her life like that. Very, very sad story. My condolences go out to the family of Alexa. Now, the next story is about a CO getting caught up, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of sad. Very rarely do I feel like that when COs get caught, but Vermont State Police said David Orvis, 28, of Rutland, coordinated with at least 2 separate inmates to transport tobacco into Marble Valley Correctional Facility. Come on, Vermont State Troopers, you're still cracking down on tobacco? All this shit going on in the country, they want to come after Mr. Davis for a couple Marlboro Reds, man. This is unreal. Mr. Orvis, not Davis, I apologize. His first name's David. I kind of put them together. But this is the sad part, man. It says Orvis is due in court in June. They're prosecuting him over ciggies, y'all. Keep in mind, just like a couple years ago, you were allowed to smoke and buy cigarettes in prison. Either way, Mr. David Orvis, man, I wish you the best of luck. Next up, we got some very serious breaking news. Some movie type stuff. Actually, it reminds me of the movie SWAT. Remember, I think it was like a French dude. He got held captive and he offered, I think, like $100 million to anybody that would free him. And then actual SWAT members, a part of the team, were the ones to help break him out. It was kind of cheesy of a movie, but good at the same time. Anyways, this story reminds me of that movie. It says France prison van attack. 2 prison officers who were slaughtered like dogs in a fatal attack in France have been named as an unprecedented nationwide manhunt for their killers. And the escaped inmate nicknamed The Fly continues for a second day.
Suspected drug boss Muhammad Amra, 30, was being transported from a court hearing in Rowan to a secure jail in Everett when his prison van was ambushed by 4 gunmen shortly after 11 a.m. Fabrice Moello, a 52-year-old father of 2, and Arnaud Garcia, a 35-year-old whose wife was 5 months pregnant, were killed in a machine gun fire on A154 motorway in Val de Rayo, while 3 more guards were left seriously injured. That right there is unreal. Imagine 4 guys jumping out with ARs or whatever and just dumping on you, man. You're the guard driving the van. You know it's game over, man. Tuna can special's coming. And not to mention, this guy's name is the Fly. You know how hard it is to catch a fly. He's living up to the name for sure. And just my 2 cents, if they were able to set up a breakout like that, they definitely have that escape after the fact planned. That's a guarantee, so I'll be surprised if they catch this guy. And if they do, I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. We'll see, though. It seems like it's making big waves over there in France. My condolences go out to the officers that lost their life, man. Now, last but not least, a little bit of news on my buddy Grizzy. That's right, a lot of people have been asking in the comments how he's been. A little update here would be nice. Well, I didn't give an update because he had warrants for his arrest. But just the other day, I had a phone call from jail. And sure enough, it was him. He was calling me from Hampton Roads jail. He was about to get transported to Chesapeake. He said he'd call me back when he gets there. But those of y'all that have been watching for a long time and know Grizzy's whole story, you know we've been holding him down. Ever since that first video in the trailer park, I mean, yeah, he's went to jail a couple times. Viewers have supported him in the past, writing him letters, sending him some cash, including myself, always making sure he never goes hungry. Either way, he's back in there on a violation, a technical violation, which for anybody that's ever been on probation knows a tech could come from any which way. And this is the crazier part. He's been on probation for these crimes for almost 20 years. See, in Virginia, if you violate your probation, it resets. And that's what keeps happening with Grizzy. You can't last long enough on the streets to get off papers. This is what many inmates go through. It's called life on an installment plan. But I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing, man. Grizzy, he needs to stop partying. That's his issue, man. He comes out, starts partying. Next thing you know, he's in jail. Grizzy, to me, is one of those guys that just can't stop the fast life. It's impossible for him just to sit down and take it slow. You know what I mean? It has to be cranked up to the max. Either way, that's an update on him for anybody that wanted to know. I'm sure I'll have some video calls with him coming your way soon. But I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I got to go hit the gym. That's right. Got to keep this Roman statue in shape. I gotta fluff my own feathers sometimes. No one else does it. Stay tuned, though. You know, I got plenty more content coming your way. And as always, y'all be easy, be safe, and more importantly than anything, stay free.